Good afternoon. I'm 14 First Alert meteorologist Arden Gregory here with your afternoon update. This is a live look at the Twin Bridges looking over into Henderson. Kind of a mix of sun and clouds overhead there. We are going to continue to see clearing skies as we go through this afternoon with temperatures climbing into the mid 70s. Even warmer over the weekend, upper 70s to low 80s. Mainly dry and mostly sunny over the weekend, but there is a very isolated chance of rain tomorrow. Right now we are seeing rain and even some thunderstorms across parts of the tri-state. A pocket of heavy rain there in northeastern Henderson County there. That would actually be right around where you cross over on the Twin Bridges, just to the east of there along 60. Then we've got a little bit of rain in western Davis County there, and then some rain moving out of Hancock and Ohio counties there. That storm actually very briefly had a severe thunderstorm warning on it for some hail. And we've got one more pocket of heavier rain and possibly some lightning in southwest Dubois County as well. If I loop this over the past hour, you can see these thunderstorms have been moving to the southeast, so they're working their way out of the tri-state. Still going to be moving through western Kentucky over the next hour or so, but I think by about 3:30 or so, that rain will most likely be out of the tri-state, and we'll have mostly sunny skies across the board there through the rest of this evening. Mostly clear skies overnight and into tomorrow as well. Lots of sunshine in the forecast Saturday, but there is a very isolated chance we could catch a stray shower somewhere in the tri-state, but most likely along or east of I-69 there through Saturday afternoon and evening. So from about 2 p.m. to about sunset on Saturday, there is this very isolated chance of rain, but I really think most of us will stay dry. Any rain we do see will taper off once the sun goes down, and then heading into Sunday, maybe a few clouds, but I think we'll miss out on the rain Sunday. So we're still outlooked for some general, just run-of-the-mill thunderstorms for the next hour or so, but any chance of severe weather expected to stay well to our southeast today. And then tomorrow, still outlooked in that brown shade there for those general thunderstorms. So again, we've got this isolated chance that a stray shower or maybe a thunderstorm may pop up Saturday afternoon, but if we do get any thunderstorms, it would just be some lightning and a little bit of heavy rain. Severe weather is not expected. Then by Sunday, it looks like any chance of rain or thunderstorms will most likely slide to our south. As for our temperatures, sitting in the upper 60s to low 70s right now. Evansville and Henderson, where we just had some rain move through, sitting in the upper 60s. Lewisport, where it was just storming a little while ago, sitting at 63. But the places getting a little more sunshine, sitting in those low to mid 70s right now. It's currently 72 in Owensboro. For Friday after 5 later today, I think we'll climb into the mid 70s later this afternoon and evening by about 5 o'clock when things kick off there. Then we'll very slowly start to fall back through the 70s and then dip into the 60s as the sun goes down. So really great weather if you are headed out to Friday after 5. By the end of the night, our temperatures will bottom out somewhere right around the 60-degree mark under mostly clear skies. Then tomorrow, maybe a little bit breezy at times, mainly dry and mostly sunny. But again, there's that stray chance of an isolated shower in the afternoon. Temperatures will climb into the lower 80s on Saturday. So a really nice day to end the month of May. Now, one odd thing about Saturday is even when it's sunny, the sky may look a little gray and hazy, and that's because we have some wildfire smoke from Canada expected to drift into our region overnight tonight and into Saturday morning. So during the day on Saturday, we will have some Canadian wildfire smoke in the upper levels of the atmosphere. It may mix down low enough at times that it may impact air quality or maybe even smell a little bit smoky outside, but there's a slim chance of that. More than likely, you won't even notice this unless you look up, and then overhead it'll look just kind of hazy and kind of gray rather than a solid blue, as we will have that wildfire smoke mixed into the upper levels of the atmosphere. So that'll be going on during the day on Saturday. By Sunday, though, it looks like that wildfire smoke starts to clear back out, and our skies will be more of a genuine blue, and any impacts to air quality will be over. While we have a very slight chance of a stray shower tomorrow, it looks like the first part of next week, Sunday, Monday into Tuesday, will most likely be dry, but then our rain chances pick back up by the middle of the week. So let's take a closer look at that. We've got this low pressure system and cold front that will come in from the west. So warm, very warm, and most likely dry all the way up through Tuesday. Then Wednesday, that's when we have this cold front coming in from the west. And so throughout the day on Wednesday, that's going to push some rain our way. So especially as we get into Wednesday afternoon and evening, rain seems like a pretty good bet. Even better chance of rain on Thursday. That's when that cold front will very slowly drift through the tri-state. So as that cold front's actually moving through, Thursday is our better chance of rain and possibly thunderstorms as well. This is where things get a little bit iffy. Friday, this model has this cold front pushing off to the southeast, taking the rain with it, and we dry things out and even get some sunshine by Friday. Other models have this cold front actually stalling out and getting kind of hung up over the tri-state and just kind of lingering, which would keep the rain chances going then into Friday. Both of those are possible. So a lot of uncertainty regarding 1 week from now. So next Friday, we may clear out Thursday night and be mostly sunny on Friday, or that cold front may hang up and keep that rain going on into Friday as well. Still really uncertain which way that's going to go. I do think we'll probably get at least a few rumbles of thunder Wednesday into Thursday. Not seeing a real clear threat of severe weather right now, but if that changes, we'll obviously add in a first alert weather day and make you aware of that. We're almost wrapped up with the month of May. Tomorrow, the last day of the month. We've had highs anywhere from the low to mid 50s to near 90 this month, but in general, we've had a lot of 60s and 70s, which is not uncommon for this time of year. We have had a few days where we've had some very heavy rain, and we got some heavy rain early this morning. Overnight into early this morning, we picked up 1.31 inches of rain. Again, most of that has now moved out with just some isolated showers and storms still lingering through the next hour or so. That brings our precipitation for the month over 6.5 inches of rainfall, and we're running a surplus of about 6.5 inches of rain so far on the year, as well as this month is just one of many so far that have had above average precipitation. We had a lot of snow and ice back in January, a lot of flooding in February, then again in April. So it's just been a wet year so far. Moving forward, though, we are, first of all, really going to warm things up. We're talking about highs in the upper 70s and low 80s over the weekend, right where we should be for this time of year. Then we really warm things up Monday into Tuesday. Monday, we're looking at highs in the mid 80s. Then by Tuesday, I think we'll see highs in the upper 80s, maybe even flirting with 90. So a big warm up on Tuesday. Then we've got that cold front coming in. So still fairly warm on Wednesday. I think we'll still get into the mid 80s, but then that rain moves in, especially during the afternoon and evening. Then as that cold front moves through, we see that rain sticking around into Thursday, maybe even Friday, and that cools us off a bit with highs back down to around 80 degrees even Thursday and Friday. Looking beyond that then, from June 7th, so that would be Saturday, June 7th, up through June 13th, maybe still running slightly above average, but behind that cold front, we do trend back away from the very warm weather like what we're going to be seeing on Tuesday, and then we're still outlooked for above average precipitation, so maybe some more rain and thunderstorms on the way as we get into next week then. All right. Jeff Miller reporting 1.5 inches of rain in Sava. Thank you so much for letting us know that, Jeff. Yes, I agree with you. Lori's tired of the gloomy, cool, rainy weather. I know it's the end of May. We're getting into June. Really, once we get past Memorial Day, I think folks are really ready for summer, and it has not felt that way this week. We've had rain just about every day. It's been kind of cool, highs in the 70s. We're finally turning the page on that, though. Starting tomorrow, mostly sunny, lower 80s, and if you have been just itching to get into the pool ever since they opened on Memorial Day, check out Tuesday. Mostly sunny, upper 80s, maybe even nearing 90. So one of the warmer days we've had so far this year. So for those of you who are just ready for summer, Tuesday is the day for you. And hello to Julie from Evansville. Thank you all so much for watching. Some folks asking about the tornado in eastern Kentucky. They did have a tornado in the Louisville area east of I-65. That was outside of our area, but that happened last night as some severe weather rolled through there. So We are getting, some reports of people injured and possibly even one person dead there. So obviously very sad and concerning. We were in a level 1 risk across much of Kentucky last night. So, obviously we tend to think of it as just a level 1 and isolated risk. Well, it was isolated. It's not like we had an outbreak of tornadoes, but nonetheless, just one is more than enough, right? So that is certainly sad for the folks there that are impacted by that. I believe it was in Washington County. So be thinking of them. Thankfully, we didn't have anything like that here. We did get some very heavy rain, as we mentioned, over an inch of rain in many locations. And I know some places like Webster County dealt with quite a bit of flooding and even had a couple of trees down. Sometimes trees are more likely to fall when you get very heavy rain because the ground gets kind of soggy. So if they don't have a real good root system, one good gust of wind blows them over when the ground gets too muddy. Julie commenting that she's waiting for all this rain to stop. Yes, it has been kind of a rainy week. We've had just either at the beginning or the end of every day, it seems like we've had some rain, and we're still tracking some rain out there right now, but it's on its way out. By this evening, it'll be mostly sunny across the board, and then it's going to stay mostly sunny all the way into Tuesday. So we've got a nice stretch of mostly sunny and warmer weather on tap here through Tuesday. Then our next chance of rain and thunderstorms during the second half of next week. Again, too early to tell for certain. Wednesday and Thursday, I do think we'll probably see some thunderstorms. I'm not seeing a real clear depiction of severe weather at that time. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm not seeing any sort of real clear indication that yes, we'll get severe weather that day. So as that gets a little closer, that might change. If it does start to look like we could get severe weather, we'll add a first alert weather day and push updates out on the 14 First Alert app, and on the streaming shows here we'll really break down those details and let you know. But right now, I'm just not seeing that yet. So no first alert weather day just yet, but this is your heads up. We will probably get rain and maybe a few rumbles of thunder at the very least Wednesday into Thursday. Then, like I said, Friday is where it gets kind of iffy. It's split pretty 50-50. Some of the models have that rain moving out, mostly sunny by Friday. Others have it kind of hanging around and keep the rain going into Friday. So we'll just have to wait and see. Hopefully, as we get closer to that, the models come into better agreement and sort of all get on the same page one way or the other. So we'll have a clearer picture of what to expect on Friday. But we will keep an eye on that for you. I'm not seeing any more questions, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Like I said, we've got a few thunderstorms still out there just for the next hour or so, but they are moving out by this evening. If you're going to Friday after 5 or have any other Friday evening plans, I think we'll be clear, mostly sunny, then mostly sunny and warmer through the weekend, and then especially into next week, that big warm up heading into Tuesday before showers and thunderstorms return to the forecast Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Jeff Lyons will be back here tonight with the 14 First Alert Weather Show streaming at 9 o'clock. So however you're watching me right now, you can catch Jeff tonight at 9, and I hope you'll join him then for any updates on the weekend forecast or those rain chances next week. And if you do have any questions, he can answer those for you then. With that, I'll wrap this up, and I hope you all have a great rest of your Friday and a wonderful weekend.